moving ahead with the submission on alternative fuels by Mr. Rajesh Kumathekar on Advantek fuel systems. Rajesh R. Kumathekar currently heads the alternate fuel division at Advantek Fuel Systems, where his primary focus is on contributing to more environmentally friendly future by promoting green technologies. With a wealth of experience in the automotive industry, Mr. Rajesh is leading the development of hydrogen technologies. Prior to his current role, he dedicated nearly 3 decades of his career to Tata Motors, where he held various positions across different functions, regions, and product lines. During his tenure at Tata Motors, Mr. Rajesh played a pivotal role in overseeing prestigious products catering to diesel, petrol, CNG, and electric vehicles markets both in India and internationally. Let's welcome Mr. Kumathekar.
We work for alternate fuels, I said, CNG, LNG, LPG and hydrogen. Now we are market leader for all the alternate fuels. We work with only OEMs and all CVs, few PVs and all three-wheelers. And okay. These are customer base. We can go, no problem, we can go next. Our customer base, next. We work for hydrogen technology with Bosch, Aera and SA India. We are contributing in a huge way for India's first hydrogen train. We are developing complete fuel system and the train will be ready by December end and the flag off will be done by Prime Minister in the month of February. So a very prestigious project, we are putting huge efforts. We work with Hexagon, OMB and Westport for all these technologies. We'll briefly discuss what is happening at global level. The sentence, "This is not the era of war," became world famous. And it impacted fuel industry as such in a big way. CNG prices skyrocketed and it helped badly to go CNG market down. Now we say this era is for alternate fuels. We have seen a lot many things happening in G20 and Global Biofuel Alliance was formed with leadership of India with many countries participating. A very interesting story of automotives and I'm very happy I'm part of that. Inspiring journey of last 125 years to aspiring humankind. See, when first automobile was ready, it was steam powered. Water was the intake. Now you see, again water is intake indirectly or directly through H2 fuel cell vehicles and even exhaust also is water. Earlier, norms were not there for emission or emission no norms. Now, norms are no emission. So how things are happening? I'm just trying to build an interesting link between this field. And people always say, wheels can't be reinvented, but alternate fuel is making us believe or experience, yes, wheels can be accelerated. This is a study by Shell. Shell top officials met me in 2014 when I was in Tata Motors. They said that EV will not come, electric energy will not come in this world at least 50-60 years. The same Shell is saying by 2070 or 2080, 50% of energy requirement will be from electric source. They are given some justification, given some backup. All the cars will be electric by 2050, that's a global level, and things are happening in that way. India is committed and almost 150 plus countries have said they will meet their net zero target by 2050. But being India, big country, huge demography, huge population, our government has taken target to have net zero by 2070. And I hope we are towards that huge long period, but we are going very aggressively on that. Some time back, hydrogen mission was formed with the target of making 5 MMT greenhouse with 60 to 100 gigawatt capacity of electrolyzers, and certain specific targets were there and huge money outflow was planned. One more side, the government is saying that we should have a huge electrification by 2030, like 70% CVs, 30% PVs and almost 80-90% two-wheelers, three-wheelers. Little bit doubt how 70% can be done for CVs, but something will come out and we all as a complete industry has to work toward that. CNG contribution in energy mix is now 6%. It is planned to take to 15% by 2030. You come from regulation point of view, right now in 2023, BS7 will come, hope by 2025, and it is a very strict norms, and it can be at par with Euro 7. This happening of BS7 can affect a lot on alternate fuels, so this is very important from that angle. These CAFE norms, they're supposed to come, but they have not come. So this again will help alternate fuels in a big way. Some international level, people from Europe has decided that they will ban diesel engines from certain years, right from 2024 to 2030, like that. At the same time, the same Europe says that we will start putting up hydrogen facilities. Something different at India perspective. We'll go to little bit statistics, will not spend more time, but it is very interesting. I wanted to maintain the flow also. From this stage, I'm very happy to declare that India is world's biggest CNG. I tried to find out many information, met in many network forums. Nobody could say it, but with my statistics, it is very clear that it is India's world's biggest CNG market. One of the fastest moving EV market, and now we are number 3 as a whole automotive market by number of money involved. At the same time, two-wheeler, we are having second rank in the world. Three-wheeler, first rank. PV, third rank. CV, fourth. Bus, second, and tractors, number 1. So, huge scope for India because of lot of product mixes available, and we are moving very aggressively. Just again statistics, some time back somebody said stations. So, EV charging stations, almost 5,000 are there right now. H2 filling are only 2, it is just going on some development purpose. And diesel, petrol almost 80,000, CNG 5,700, LPG 1,177, but LPG is dying, almost dying. Only three-wheeler are there. Maybe I was saying third biggest automotive market, which is perfectly aligned to make India's third largest economy. That's direct correlation. I will not spend more time here. EV contributed last year 5.4%. CNG contributed 3% by volumes, and it is growing very fast. This is about two-wheelers, again moving very fast. I remember this kind of intense fight between these OEMs. Somebody said two-wheelers, a lot of new players, legacy players are not much there. So Mr. Bajaj said, we eat oats. The answer given by Ola was, we put ice cubes in our drinks. See how fight is going. Ultimately, customer is going to benefit. As three-wheeler is highest penetration of EV, 54% and growing very rapidly. CNG almost 31%. Only LNG with three-wheeler is 4%. If you see in PV, CNGification, electric moving very fast. You see the change in last even 1 year. 10% to 13.5, even 1% to 2.3%. So even in 1 year, huge change that we can understand the pace of change or rate of change. CV now only have CNG almost 9 to 10%, or last it was 11%. But huge scope for other options we'll see next. This tractor industry, world's biggest tractor industry in India, right now they're only in diesel. So I think it's a good option to go for CNG for many other reasons. Nobody explored this, but huge scope for us. Now we'll see some what are the alternate fuel options. Right now we are confused what to do. Policy is not clear, they are not integrated. But as a whole industry, we have to go very great efforts, have some synergy, good team building like that. As per me, for any fuel, to make it alternate fuel, there are 6 E's are required. First is environment friendly. Of course, we have to meet emission norms, and it should be environment friendly. Energy security, that means we should get raw material required for energy in-house, local. Of course, it should be energy efficient. Of course, it should have economic viability as a complete capex kind of view, even for customers to afford the fuel cost. At the same time, it should be easy for handling transportation and compatible vehicle. What kind of vehicle you should meet the target? Because always fuel and vehicle class, there is some relation. We should meet that. So therefore, we have to have whole ecosystem to be ready for that. It is very, I prepared interestingly with a lot of efforts because I could not find it anywhere in internet or how to classify in fuels. So you can classify two ways, conventional and alternatives. So conventional, they're basically fossil fuels, that is only diesel and petrol. If you see the definition of dictionary or alternate fuels, any fuel other than diesel, petrol is called alternate. So not a very clear definition. In alternate fossil fuel options, that is CNG, LNG and LPG. LNG means basically CNG compressed at -162 temperature, and renewables where EV is there, H2 is there, and a lot of biofuels. And we have seen the focus on biofuels. In biofuels, there are many options. We'll see next slides. And synthetic. Both these biofuel and synthetic fuels are basically converted from waste. So what to do for waste is a big problem, and how to get energy is a big problem. So one problem is solving another problem. So right from waste we are converting reusable or kind of efficient energy. It's very interesting, and we have to give huge focus on that. One more classification of categorizing fuels: monofuel, hybrid. Mono means one fuel, only diesel, only petrol, any fuel, only one in the vehicle, and hybrid, two or more. So we'll just further classify hybrid, the biofuel and dual fuel. Biofuel means either one. We have two options, but you are using only one, like petrol or CNG, petrol or LPG, then CNG or LNG. Once we develop this CNG and LNG with one OEMs, very interesting. Both are basically same fuel. So we're giving name as a twin fuel because only storage become different, and next parts like regulator, filter, and next fuel system part remain same. So very interesting proposal. We are giving name as a twin fuel. In dual fuel, diesel and CNG, max 70% CNG can work, and basically this technology being given in generators, but even vehicle also have that. Petrol, ethanol. Ethanol is being mixed in petrol. Right now, India is 10%, but this big plan to go 20% for 2025. And ultimately, you can go max up 93%. That is called flex fuel. Even next is hydrogen and CNG. We can mix some percentage of hydrogen in CNG to make that fuel more efficient. People say 5%, 10%. We are developing with the technology with SAE and COEP. So we'll get to know more thing on that. And next is plug-in hybrid, where two fuels are run together. Again, one more fundamental is fuel blending. Instead of developing new fuel, just mix some alternate fuel in main fuel. I said ethanol is already there, 10%. Next is 20% from 2025, which is preferred for 2030. And now people are thinking 5% biodiesel in main diesel. We'll see what is biofuel next. It is going to take some time. Therefore, people are thinking, how can we blend ethanol in diesel? A lot of trials are going on. One more field is coming is methanol. People say even methanol economy. Huge scope for methanol. 15% blending can be done in petrol. That's again things are happening. And I said hydrogen mixing in CNG. So these are the fuel blending. A lot of things will happen. Percentage will become plus minus, but things are happening, and it's going to help the direct saving of import bill. Now, interesting point, biofuel. I said nothing but a waste, conversion of waste to energy. So basically, it is a liquid or gas fuel converted from biomass like plants, grains, farm residue, algae, animal and food waste. And these are the types of biofuels. Biodiesel. Biodiesel is nothing but upgraded form of biofuel that is extracted from vegetable or animal fat based on renewable fuel. The process is shown there, not a difficult process, but a lot of things has to be done in that. Next is biogas. Biogas, a lot of names are there, so people get confused. Nothing but a mainly gobar gas, which we know is word from many years earlier. Then purified biogas is called bio-CNG, which again is RNG. The name are different, but meaning is same. This is purified biogas. Compressed biogas, people say CBG, but the same biogas compressed to store effectively. Ethanol, bioethanol and methanol, again liquid fuels converted from waste. So our government has formed very proactively some strategy or some policy for biofuels. With recent focus from G20 will make things more and more clear, and we are working with a lot of ministries. They're giving us a chance to come together and express our opinion. And this main important benefit is biofuels will not ask for any big change in the vehicle as well as in storage systems. So no big change in storage and no big change in vehicle. So it becomes very easy to use it. Some process given, again converting from waste to this is the chemical reactions. A lot of formulas are there. We'll not go in that deep. Even just by sending biogas into absorber, which is basically again a coal, we can get biomethane. So many times things are very simple. We are not given them sufficient time, efforts. When Reliance enters, things happens. That's what my opinion, because they're entering in bio-CNG, they're entering big way in hydrogen. So whatever time we say, my opinion is when Reliance enters, things can perform. So we have to be ready for that. One more fuel category, synthetic fuels, is nothing but very interesting fundamental that whatever carbon is emitted by industrial exhaust, industrial waste, or even vehicle exhaust, it is collected back in the chain, use hydrogen and have some chemical reaction. Different names are there, FT process, will not in that detail. And again fuel which is very similar to diesel, petrol, fossil fuels, they are generated. So it's very interesting fundamentals here also. There are various types of synthetic fuels by type, by raw material, application. We will not go in deep. A lot of efforts are being put there. Flex fuel, which I said some time back, ethanol is added 10%, but we can go up to 93%, and absolutely we can run, it's called flex fuel because you can run 0% to 100% ethanol petrol. We have to program ECUs and whole chain and basically fuel lines to have corrosion resistance power. So vehicle can run any mix. These are the typical E10, E24, E85, generally used in mainly Brazil, US and other part of world. For practicality, we can have any mixture. What kind of changes are required for vehicle, what kind of benefit we'll get, just mapped it there. This is very interesting fundamental or something different launched by Toyota, which is first flex fuel, and it was clubbed with electric. So electric and other fuel is biofuel, but flex fuel itself is dual fuel. So it's a combination of biofuel and flex dual fuel. So they have launched the vehicle as a demonstration technically, but soon it will come in market. Methanol, I said, again part of biofuel. Again, a lot of good efforts are being put, and I think people are saying that methanol can be used better in CVs, diesel engines. It has to have SI, but it will be good if you could use methanol for commercial vehicles, which can replace diesel, in short. Okay. So comparison and some changes. And biofuel and synthetic fuels, basic properties remain same. Only difference is how they are made. I said synthetic fuel basically capturing carbon and from atmosphere and waste and conversion to chemical process to fuel. And biofuels, we have seen some time back, conversion from waste to energy. And people always talk circular economy. Nothing but we are using the same parts again and again in whole circular economy. I'm trying to make things simple, therefore, and when I started learning because of this offer to speak, I really went so deep and getting really enriched kind of things. So I'm happy. I'm not expert, but I'm learning, sharing, and by sharing I'm getting more and more knowledge. Electric vehicles, we have a lot of electric vehicles. I will not speak more because the whole world talks, so I will not talk on that subject. We'll talk more on hydrogen. Hydrogen, there are three types of ways to use hydrogen. Hydrogen mixing, H2ICE, that means IC engines, and fuel cell. I will not speak. There are huge benefits of hydrogen. Hydrogen can be used various fields, various applications. So future is hydrogen, that's very sure. A lot of things on technology front, what will happen, a lot of things, new things will be done, development of IC engines. H2ICE is not a long way because it doesn't call for many big changes. If your base engine is gasoline or CNG, you have to hardly make any changes basically because of fuel injectors, fuel rail, mainly fuel rail and injectors, and we have to change the specification material of all 5 C's. Otherwise, no major change in engine, so H2I is going to happen very fast. Again, people always say hydrogen is a bomb. But if you take proper care, yes, you see the qualities of hydrogen, it's very risky to handle it, but if you take proper precautions, no difficult things. I'll just say hydrogen is a very less energy required to ignite it, and it is a very wide band to catch burn, right from 4% to 77%. If the mixture with air is from 4% to 77%, it can catch the fire. And it is odorless, we cannot see it, even you cannot see the flame. So very difficult to work with hydrogen. People always talk various colors of hydrogen. The basic reason is how it is made. But of course, we are focusing green hydrogen, which is basically conversion of biomass. Maybe type 4 cylinder is being used for hydrogens. How it works, it's nothing but similar to CNG, which is type 1, but here pressure is 350 bar. Now to again increase the capacity or range, people are talking to 700 bar, 1000 bar plus liquid hydrogen, lot many things are happening, and depending on this, we can store more hydrogen so that your vehicle can go fast. Saying that alternate fuels are going to play a very big role, and we have to be catching the whole game. And from this dais, I'm saying that why to call alternate fuels? It is going to have a good value. Why we can't say as a future fuels? Can we say that? Because alternate is a low profile word. So can we just as idea or suggestion? So many things are there, and thank you for giving me opportunity. And I'll share this with all of you so that ultimately it gets benefited. Yes, thank you.